We apologize again. This thing keep messing up. My apologies. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know what's going on with it. Let me move all my stuff around from it so you won't keep screwing up. Because if you screw up again, I'm gonna be very annoyed. Man, my apologies. I listen. I don't mean to have you all working that hard. I don't even know. So my apologies again. I don't know what's wrong with it. I hope this worked this time. Let's see. This is annoying. Third time is a charm though. This is the last time too. All right. So as you guys come back in, my apologies. I hope it works this time. Welcome back. Let me wait for a few minutes or a few more seconds. Hopefully it worked this time, right? So this is my last time. So no, it's been 39 minutes. We said we're gonna be shorter than that, huh? I don't know, man. I don't know because I think it's annoying. I'm loud and clear. Hey, Empress. Okay, good. I'm glad. Hopefully it works this time. Yeah, Sonia, you miss a lot. You miss a whole lot. Let's wait a couple more minutes. When everybody find back to live. I don't know what's going on with it. So again, my our apologies for this live keep messing up. Just keep screwing up. I think I keep touching something over here. So I'm gonna refrain from touching anything over here. Hopefully I can refrain from it. So anyways, let me know where you guys are coming from. If this is your first time in the live, let me know where you guys are coming from. What city, what state, what country you're coming from. Would like to know yeah, just where y'all coming from. Good, good, Candy. Good. I'm glad that I'm back. Man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Memphis, Tennessee in the house. Hey, don't forget our meeting tomorrow is at noon for the book club. Hey Linda, Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. We lived in Arizona before
Yes.
4 years ago. Was it 4 years ago? Yeah, 4 years ago, we lived in 3 years ago.
Three, three.
Yeah, 3 years ago we lived in Arizona. Then we moved from Arizona to Estonia. Lived in Estonia for 2 years, then moved back here in Georgia. So that's where we are now in Georgia, Canada. Okay. Hey, Kathy. Okay, Barbados. Okay, I'm from St. Vincent, by the way. So Barbados is my neighbor. Long Beach, California. Okay. Well, I listen. My apologies for you for this live keep ending. Okay. I apologize. You want to move, Candy? Where you want to move? You don't like Memphis? Memphis seemed like is actually I have no idea about Memphis. I've never been to Memphis. I've never been to Memphis at all. Um, listen, I have a feeling that this live is gonna be continued at different time, or maybe we're gonna end this live. I think this is gonna be. Should we continue or should we end it? What do you all think? Because it keep messing up. It's the third time. Oregon, Lord, what's in Oregon? What is in Oregon? I thought Oregon was like ranges and stuff. Oh, you don't like California anymore? Okay. Okay. Well, Empress said that she want to hear your perspectives. All right. Well, let's continue. Let's continue. It was somebody said let's continue. Please go. Okay. Well, we'll continue. We'll continue. So we were talking. I forget what the heck did we left off. I forget where we left off. Where did we leave off? Do y'all remember? I don't remember where we left off. Um, Let me ask you a question though. So if you guys just coming in, this is my wife, Miss Jasmine. Miss
There's
Jasmine.
a joint account. I'm Bill.
What's his joint account? See our energy in the room. That's measured the frequency. Is that what it is? So I asked you a question. It was joint account. We was joint account. We was going to somewhere about paying bills and stuff.
Oh, about the family.
Family. Oh, somebody had asking. I think Leah wants you. Bring it in. Um, and now, after the camera is messing up, now my daughter wants her. So we're gonna be done soon, okay, Mama? So we were asking about somebody asked you, how do you feel about loaning family members money, like siblings, sisters and brothers and mothers and fathers? What do you think about loaning people's money?
I would say if you're willing to lose it, okay. If you're not, then no.
Why? You don't think they pay you back? Like, do you mind if do I have to have your permission to loan my siblings money, or my mother, or my family? I never asked before.
um, I think I should be informed. I don't know if it's necessarily asking permission, but I think I should at least know.
Okay, you should be informed. So I should inform you to lend my family money, pretty much.
Yeah, just to say that that's something that you want to do.
It depends on how big it is or how small it is.
What
Maybe
do
it's
you
like
mean?
$50.
Just like $50. Okay, no, $50. Not really.
So what's the level of informity?
I'll say I'd say what like where we're at probably like maybe like $500.
Okay, true. I get it. I get it. But don't give it. Don't give it if you can't get it back.
No, like I would say don't give it if you're not willing to lose it. Like if you have to have it back, like say you're giving it this month, but you need it back next month for your rent, then don't give it.
Don't give it. That's the thing. Um, somebody said, I look like a little boy in a candy shop next to you. Somebody asked a question. Somebody said, why do men stick around if they don't really want you? Can you answer that question? Or do you even know?
He said, "Why would they stick around?"
Yeah, why would a man stick around if they really, I mean, why do men stick around if they don't really want you? Why do you think?
Because you're willing to give. I think.
You're willing to give?
Yeah,
Give what?
whatever they're asking for.
And you think that's the only reason why?
Probably. It's probably easy.
It's easy?
Yeah.
What's easy?
To to get what they want
What
from
do,
you.
what do you think they want?
Well, I think it depends. Like they could want sex, they could want attention, they could want food, like
Food? They want food?
they could want a lot of things. Like sometimes it's just like easy. Like, oh yeah, if I call her and I need $100, I know that she'll give it to me. That's all. If I need it, I'm gonna call.
Would you date a man who asks you for money? Like, would you be with a man who asks you for money? Not your husband, but a guy. Let's say in the first 6 months. Like, what stage gonna man ask? What stage gonna man feel comfortable asking you for money?
Well, what stage would you feel comfortable with a woman asking you for money?
That's a good question. That's a good
I
question.
think if you have the answer, I think it'll be the same stage.
You think so? So you don't think it's normal for a woman to ask a man for money? Than a man to ask a woman for money?
But what am I asking money for? To what? To pay my bills?
To do your hair, your nails? Do you? Because you know on social media now, you hear all this stuff on social media. If you're dating a man, you're gonna pay your hair and do your nails, and they're gonna pay for my toes. Like, well, what do you think about that? Is it like what do you think about that? Because it's all over social media, and people believe in it.
So if you But if you don't have a man, then who pays for it?
Or you?
Yeah, so
But
why can't you still pay for it?
but I guess if you dated him, you she think I guess she's assuming that he benefits from it too, from her beauty. What do you think about that?
I guess, or maybe you shouldn't do things that you can't maintain.
So at what point should a
Like,
woman ask a man do her hair and her nails? Because you never asked me. You know, you never asked me to do anything, pay for them stuff at all.
yeah, no. So in my eyes, I don't act. Those are not things I would ask for.
What? What? What?
Those are like insignificant things. Those are not things I would ask for. If
So,
I'm gonna ask for something, I'm gonna ask for something.
like what?
Like I'm gonna ask for something that's like costs some money. I'm not gonna ask for like $100 nails. Like if I'm gonna ask for something, especially when I work and I have my own money. If I'm gonna ask for something, I'm gonna really ask for something. Like what am I asking for that for?
So then, why do people all online always talking about a man should pay for my hair, my nails if we dating? Like, if we dating, that's his job. Where's that coming from?
I don't know. Yeah.
So you don't really agree.
No, because I don't ask for that.
I mean, but you don't. But is it normal? I mean, is it you don't think it's a normal thing?
To ask for your man to pay for your weave and your wigs and your perms and your blowouts and your pedicures and your manicures and stuff. Wouldn't you want to look good regardless? So don't you just buy those things anyways?
On your social media, that's true though.
Like, I don't know. I do my nails every 2 weeks, but I pay for my own nails. So I don't know.
Hmm. What do you think about all the dating advice that you see on social media sometimes? All the men talk, the women talk, the men talk, the women talk. What do you think about those things? Like, do you think they make sense, or do you think it's valid? Or, like, how do you feel about
Like,
those things?
with your plain stuff.
Like dating ideas about, like, for instance, there was a big
What do
one.
you mean, like going to Olive Garden is too cheap?
So one thing about her, right? One thing about her, I don't have to speak to her, right? She picks up exactly what I'm about to say because I don't know how she do it, but she does it. Yeah, like exactly, like going to restaurants, like certain restaurants, and then you should take a woman. Oh, you can't take me any restaurants or chain restaurants. It's gonna be like, what do you think about that? Is it? Does it? If I take you to Applebee's, actually, our first date was Applebee's.
Yeah, so
But if I take you to
I
Applebee's,
guess I'm a buster.
yeah, you cheap. Is it? Would you feel like I'm messing with your worth, or I'm questioning your worth or your value?
No, because I go there all the time.
You get it all the time, so no difference, right?
No.
That's too simple.
I don't know. I think I'm just not that high class, maybe.
So
It might be bad to say, but hey, a good Applebee's, a good Texas Roadhouse, a good Longhorn Steakhouse, a good what do you call it? A good Buffalo Wild Wings. We went. Well, what was the place? The Hard Rock Cafe. Like all these places are good to me, so I don't see the problem with it.
because if I start taking you to the high end places when we're dating, what would you expect me to start to keep doing?
I guess you had to find $1 million restaurant.
To keep taking you away.
I guess so. Yeah.
So what would you say to the advice about all the stuff about men taking a woman to all them expensive places and don't take a woman to Applebee's? Like does that is that even advice or that's just social media garbage?
I think that's social media stuff. Like I think that the average person, like if you meet the average person, I think the average person is fine with going to Applebee's and Olive Garden and Buffalo Wild Wings and stuff because on the average day they go into Walmart too. So
I'm doing Walmart. So you think with Walmart, why not? Why
yeah,
not?
if they go to Walmart. Now, if they're shopping at Target, okay, maybe you have to go to like a Red Lobster or something. But if they're shopping at Walmart, what is wrong with Applebee's and stuff?
Let me ask you a question, right?
Applebee's has some good drinks too.
Now, now you all said Cheesecake Factory. Heck yeah. Listen,
Yeah,
we be
cheesecake. We
going
went there too. When I was in Miami, we went to Cheesecake
we be
Factory.
going to some cheap places, and it's not, and but people, but I think a lot of times people confuse that if a man take you to Applebee's to a man cannot afford to put you in a nice house, because they always make the correlation. They always relate the restaurant that a man take you to the amount of money that he is able to provide for you. Did you see that?
I guess, yeah. Well, I get like you saying like, okay, if he takes you to cheap restaurants, that means that he can't buy you a nice house and stuff. Um,
What?
I don't know. I don't believe that. Maybe just he's more financially like conscious. Like maybe he just saves those really nice places for special occasions.
Speaking of financial conscious, when a woman is looking for a man, because I think you tricked me, right? I think you set me up. When a woman is looking for a man, you hear a lot of times the dating thing is you hear it popular, especially on them shows. A man gotta make six figures. What do you think is important when it comes to finances? When it comes to being with a man as a woman, what do you think is important when it comes to finances?
Um, I think probably the important thing is like your debt to income ratio.
Well, what's that mean?
Just means like how much of your income you gonna spend on bills and how much income you can have fun with.
So what if he makes 100,000?
Okay, how much is his car payment? How much is his credit cards? Does he have student loans? Does he have a really expensive apartment? Because just because you make 100,000, you could be spending 89,000 on bills.
And
So then you don't have any money. You broke.
so what if he makes 60,000 and he has no car payments?
Well, then he got some disposable income that he can have fun with.
So it's not just the.
No, it's not. I don't think it's just about the number. I think it's what you doing with the number.
But do you think people think about it?
No, they just hear a number. And they think a number means, oh, if I make 100,000, I um I must have money. But I think what people fail to realize is look at these like actors and actresses, right? That all go bankrupt. Don't they make millions of dollars on movies? So how do they say they broke, right? Because it's not about how much they made, it's about how they spent it. It's about how much debt they had, what they do with the money. It's not all about just what the number is at the top. It's about what you do with behind the number.
Living above the means. Um, what do you think? I don't know if you know this answer. What do you think a man looks at when he's looking for a wife? Yeah, what do you think a man looks at when he's looking for a wife?
Mm.
What did I look at?
You said, what did you look at?
Yeah, what did I want from you? Do you know what I want from you? Do you know what a man wants from a wife?
um,
Let me ask you a question. Why do I stay? What makes a man stay? Why do I stay? Now, I never asked this question before, so this is a very fresh question. Why does a man stay? Do you check? Do you believe in checking phones? Do you believe in checking emails? Do you believe in checking a man's drawers and all that stuff? What do you do? What do you think your level of security is?
trust.
Trust. So you don't believe in checking phones and stuff.
uh, checking phones is a lot. I think if you're at the point where you have to check phones, you probably already know what the answer is.
What's the answer?
That you're gonna find something there.
And what did you find something?
That's Isn't that what you're checking for to find it?
So what do you believe in checking phones and stuff?
Only if you want to know the truth. Only if you want to know the answer.
Only when you feel something is missing.
Yeah.
So if you feel like everything is going smoothly, there's no checking phones.
No, for what?
Oh, okay. Wait, what did I ask you?
You asking me why would a man stay?
Yeah, why would a man stay?
Um, why would a man stay? I think they stay because life is easier.
Life is easier.
Yes.
How was that? How was life easier?
Because you have someone who is, well, if you have the right person, they're not gonna like, they're gonna make life easier. They're gonna do a lot of things for you. They're gonna help you. They're gonna be there when you need them. They're not gonna like, they're gonna motivate you sometimes, and then they're gonna listen to you when you need to vent, and they're just gonna make life easier. They might make it more fun too. But I think they just make life easier. I think it's when you make life harder that they're like, oh, I can probably do this by myself though.
Do you think you need a man?
Do I need one? Like, in the terms of what need means? No, I don't need one, but I like having one.
But how come everybody always like relate having a man to stress? You see, like how people like for instance, when like a lot of times I ask a question about being in a relationship, and they always no, I don't want stress. Like, why do you think they relate like relationships to stress?
Um, Maybe their relationship is stressful.
Is it? But do you think this one is stressful?
No, but I think this one's not stressful because I accept you for who you are and you accept me for who I am. So, like, I'm not looking to change you, you're not looking to change me. I'm not looking for you to be someone else. I'm just looking at who you are every day.
That sounds terrible.
What do you
You say
mean?
I'm looking for you every day. God dang.
No, I mean,
I'm
like,
just joking. I'm just
I
joking.
just mean, like, you are Kirk. Like, I'm not looking for you. I'm not looking for you to be like James or somebody. Like, I'm not looking for you to be like not funny or not.
I am funny, ain't I?
But I'm just saying, like, I'm literally just looking for you to be you.
Just me.
Like, I'm not like, oh, well, I think he probably should like work out a little bit more, or maybe he should do this, or maybe you should change this. Like, I'm not looking for those things. I'm just looking for you to be you.
Linda asked me, Kirk answered the question, why did you stay? Let me tell you why I stay with her. I think why I stayed because it's simple. It's very easy. It's a very easy. She don't bother me. I think that's the biggest thing. Because when she's ready to disappear and to go to the room and close the door and fold clothes, I let her be. I give her space because that's her. I know she want to be by herself.
Wait, why you put air quotes? I mean, folded
I
clothes.
mean, yeah, you fold the clothes, but
I
you,
do fold
yeah,
clothes.
you do fold clothes, but that's not what you. That's not what your primary focus. Your primary focus is to get away from me and them little people outside. That's your focus. And when you know when I come to this room, you don't bother me. So I think one of the biggest things, though, what I think one of the best things why I stayed because it's very easy to stay. You know, we don't come home to drama. To be honest, we're kind of corny, right? Like when she's at home, yeah, Candy, I actually like her. I actually like her. I actually like her. Actually, text her. I would text her and say, "Hey, you know, I miss you. I like you, right? You know, I like you, right?" She said, "What do you mean you like me? Of course I like you." So I would text her at work all day. If you know, if I go to the gym, I'm texting her. She texts me. So it's a constant communication, not to see what I'm doing or where I'm at. But I actually like her because she makes it easy. She don't bother me. You know, she's not nagging me, checking where I'm at and what am I doing and all them stuff. I can't do them stuff. So why did I stay? I stayed because when and this is a very corny reason, but this is one of the biggest things why I stay. Like when I go up in my room and open my dressers, my clothes are there, clean clothes. I know it don't look like a big deal, but it's a huge for me. It's a huge deal, man. You know what I mean? Like it's a huge deal. When I go to my drawer and I'm looking for gym clothes or a t-shirt or pants, I have to. It's always right there, ready. You know what I mean? Food is cooked. I'm good. Simple stuff. Not what people would think. She don't. I don't need it for my peace. I have my own peace. You know what I mean? Most men demand a woman undivided attention, and for her to sacrifice herself for the betterment of his quality of life, that's why women say they rather stay single. I'm telling you, man. I think we have a very easy relationship, very simple. Whatever she needs, whatever supports. You know, I remember when I remember when she had to make career decisions because you all know she's in the military for 14 years now, and part of her being in the military, um, part, part of her being in the military and to get promoted and to get to those levels, she has to make decisions, and part of well, like one of her decisions was being a drill instructor, and I had to convince her to do it because you see like how she looked all calm and relaxed. This woman is a drill. She was a drill sergeant, right? And I remember I had to tell her, listen, I know you're worried about not being at home and the kids are gonna be with me all day and you're not gonna have time for us. I said, but you do what you gotta do. Go do your career. Go and experience. Don't worry. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'll be happily smiling at home. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that I'm not gonna be smiling at home, telling her, good baby, go. But I say, listen, this is your life, man. You want to do you because I don't want no at when we hit 80 years old, I don't want no regrets talking about I didn't do all I wanted to do because you made me and you stopped me. None of those things. So I encourage her to be her greatest version, and I'll suck it up. I'll stay with the kids. Do I want to? No. Right? Do I want to keep bathing them kids every single day? But the thing is, I want to make sure that I already did my career. I want to make sure that she's doing her part. I want to make sure she is like even the job that she started next month. I already know it's gonna be chaos. I know it's gonna be she's gonna be deployed and soon. She's gonna be in different places and doing her stuff. But I'm like, hey, listen, it's annoying, but I'll suck it up. I'll keep the kids. Don't worry, the kids are gonna be perfectly fine. Just do your thing, because I think that's a big part of our relationship, and I think that's like one of the biggest part of our relationship. Ain't it though? I mean, wouldn't you say that? Like support wise.
Yeah, I think support is like probably a core component.
I think it's one of the most important one. I think people look for money more than support.
But but I guess money could be a form of support though.
But
Oh, right?
how? I mean, yeah, I mean to pay the bills, but what support?
Like if you want to do, like if you want to start a business or if you want to start something, like it kind of shows that you believe in them a little bit if you are able to provide that support financially. It means that you like actually support them, you actually believe in them, you believe in that they can probably make it, they can do it. So
Yeah. What questions do you guys have for us? Because I know that you all have questions. Oh, for her, because I know you all haven't heard her perspective. How do you deal with conflicts and misunderstandings? Great question. How do you deal with conflicts and misunderstanding? Yeah, Candy, for real, I agree. How do you deal with conflicts and misunderstanding?
um I guess I'll say conflict is not like my best attribute. um I tend to like stay quiet a lot because it's not that like I don't know, it's just like I'm not a big like fighting person. So like I really like just like to listen a lot and I have to think on it and then come back later for to speak my piece. Like in the moment, I'm just not that one to fight with because you will get pretty annoyed because I don't respond back like instantly. So I think it's just that we have our disagreements and then we take our break from each other and then we come back and we work it out.
But how often does that happen?
Well, it doesn't happen that often, but when it does,
I think we have like one, two disagreements a year.
I don't know, we probably have more.
No, we don't. We don't disagree because we don't have to disagree because ain't nothing to disagree with. We, Kirk, I want to do this. All right. Kirk, I'm going here. Okay. Kirk, the kids want this. Okay. Kirk, there's really no disagreement because ain't nothing to it's especially the egotistical part. I don't have a issue with anything. But when I say no about something, since I'm not usually in my ego saying yes or no for there's no questions. And the same thing too. But yes, she's a Libra. Them Libras are a little different. Anybody's a Libra here? Them Libras, man. Them Libras, it's different. Them jokers, different.
Oh, what's wrong with Libras?
Y'all weird. How about
Well,
you, Land? Heard yourself. A lot of people in relationships expect to be given what they refuse to give. That's facts, Miranda. That's facts. Oh Lord, you're a Cancer? Oh Jesus.
I think they would say that I'm also weird because of my job too.
Carnisha said, watch it, huh?
I think my job makes me weird. Well, in the army, my job makes me a weirdo as
Why you
well.
say that?
Cause in my they look at that's just weird.
Oh, military intelligence.
Yeah. Like
Military.
this is the weird people that don't talk much and hide in the corner and stuff.
You're right. Even in the military career, she has one of them goofy jobs. I mean, she's actually military intelligence, right? She being them military intelligence weird people who gather all them informations, them top secret type. That's what she does. And listen, I don't want you all to misunderstand. This woman right here is now a company first sergeant, and this is not how she talks. This is not how she talks. She talks to a bunch of men. She's the smallest female in a group of bunch of men and leads these men physically and mentally. But when she comes on the camera, this is what you get.
Well, I think it's just because I've had 14 years of training in that aspect. So, and this is like my first day here.
Do you think do you think military women are feminine or masculine? Like, would you consider yourself masculine or feminine?
Um, I don't consider myself either one. I just consider myself me in whatever situation I'm in. If I have to speak to someone and be direct, well, then I just have to speak to them and be direct. If I'm here at home with my family, then I'm just me, like regular me. Sometimes I'm sweet, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I have to be mean. Like, I don't necessarily consider feminine or not. I just think that different situations call for me to be a different person in each one.
So what do you think about the like a lot of women who always say that they are too masculine? Do you think there's such a thing as too masculine?
Too masculine?
I mean, yeah, because you look at you, you're a soldier, you're fit, you go to the gym with me, we work out together every day, yet you look like a girl.
Yeah.
Would you say that you are like when women say that, like like men tell women, oh, you're too masculine. What do you think that means? Because I'm sure somebody would tell you that you're masculine, right? You ever heard of people?
I don't think I've ever had anyone tell me that I'm too masculine. No, like I think I've had someone tell me that they may not appreciate the way I talk to them, but not necessarily masculine. But in my response, I would say, like, well, if I was a man and I said the same thing, would it bother you? And a lot of times the answer is no. So if the answer is no, then what I said to you was perfectly fine.
That's it's perfectly fine. So, but what would you think? What do you think about a woman who thinks that she's too masculine? What makes a woman too masculine? Do you think is this such a thing?
Um, like being too masculine.
Can't this be nice?
No, just how can someone be too masculine? I don't know if there's. Is there such a thing as being too masculine? Like, what do you mean? Like, is it because they have a certain look, or they're just
Aggressive,
abrasive,
yeah.
or? But I don't know. Do situations call for it though, or do they not? Cause sometimes, right? Like, when you're in when you're in a room full of men and you're the only woman in there, in order to be heard, sometimes you have to be that abrasive, that aggressive type of person in order to be heard. Because if not, you're just gonna fade into the background and like no one's gonna hear you.
Okay, yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you're too aggressive. It just means that the situation means that that's who you have to be in that moment.
Hmm.
Now, if I'm just like mean or rude behind for no reason, okay, that's a whole different story. But
Okay, so let me ask you this: in a relationship, let's say we married, what would make you masculine in your relationship? That role, that aggress, like to your partner, like what would make if you are masculine still, whatever you consider masculine, what would make you masculine? Why would you be masculine in that relationship?
I feel like maybe you may become masculine when maybe you feel your partner, I guess, isn't living up to your expectation a little
Expectation.
bit, or you just don't feel like they're living up to what you thought it was gonna be, or what you guys talked about,
Like
maybe.
leadership, like he can't lead.
Not really leadership, like, I don't know. Do I feel like you lead me?
I was about to ask you the same question. Do you feel like I lead you? Am I the leader? Am I the head in this marriage?
Are you the head? Like, what does that even mean? Because, are you the head? Like, are you the head? When I think about things, are you the head? No, I see us as equal. Like, I really like when I come and I talk to you about something, you hear me, and then you say your piece, and then I say my piece, and then we agree somewhere in the middle. Or I might think that your idea is better, so I agree with your idea, or you might think my idea is better, so you agree with my idea. Like, I don't ever feel like there's a point where I'm just like, oh, I have to do everything that you say, and then there's not a point where you say that you have to do everything I say. So in a way, I don't feel like there's a leader, but I do look at you as like having a lot of knowledge and experience, so I do come to you for a lot of advice because I think you have a lot of knowledge and experience that has done a lot of great things for me. So I guess in a sense you are a leader to me because I would come to you.
So then, yes.
But are you like per se the leader? I don't know. Do we have a leader in a marriage?
Depends on the type of religion, I guess, or belief system.
Like maybe in like some religions, yeah, but you mean in this situationship, I don't think there's like a clear leader. Like I just think that we figure it out together.
Somebody asks, how do we handle dating at this time? What do you mean? We're not dating. What do you? Maybe I'm misunderstanding your question, but we're not.
Do you
We're
mean like
not
going on
dating.
dates? Or?
Yeah. Oh, you mean like going on dates? You mean like us dating? Let me know exactly what you mean. Isaac said, but don't you come to each other?
Uh,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So she's asking, how do we go on? How do we date? How do we date? Do we date?
Uh,
Especially with kids.
oh, well, we go to the movies sometimes.
What's up? Our thing is the movies. That's our thing, the movies. And she, since I eat popcorn so much, she like eating popcorn so much too. So she have stolen my one thing that I love, which is popcorn. So when we go to the movies, she eats my popcorn the entire time, and I'm annoyed. So I'm like, let's just get two popcorn. No, one is enough. But then she eats my one the entire time. But we go to the movies a lot because she's a movie buff. Um, and we go to Applebee's.
And we go to lunch a lot, like when we can.
Yeah, you're always out. Can we go to lunch?
Yeah,
God damn.
we always go to lunch too.
I'm like, I'm at the gym, but we spend a lot of time together. We spend.
We go to the gym like all day.
I think that's our dating in the gym because we go to the gym like we went today because she was off. So every day off she gets, we go to the gym every weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
And then sometimes we ride around.
Looking at houses and cars. Listen, we be chilling, man. You all don't understand. We be chilling.
Oh yeah, we take walks too.
No, we take walks. See, we be chilling, man. So that's why she ain't gotta check my phone. Uh, Isaac said, but don't you come to each other? Yeah, I come to her all the time. But I don't think we have that much conflicts a lot because the thing about me and her, believe it or not, this song's corny. As corny as this song, if I ask this woman, what do you want to eat? I already know exactly what she's gonna say. And I said, let's just go. Because I already know what she gonna because I feel it in my head. She feels it in her head. We say the same thing every single time. So we don't really so by the time she says something, I already been thinking it. I already had time to digest it and to figure out a way how to do it. So it's like very simple. I think because I speak about connection a lot of times, and I don't think people understand the things that I speak of is what I actually do for real in my real life. So I learned how to connect to this lady right here, and so it's a lot easier. I think the connection makes it easier. You know what I mean? We're on the same wavelength. If a man call her masculine, he's too far in his feminine. He lacks his discipline and fear of being responsible for himself, and others would trigger any insecurities. Facts. I agree. I agree. Somebody said, these people are so rude. Somebody said she seems a bit slow.
It's okay.
She said, they have no idea,
It's their thing.
huh?
This is their thing.
That's crazy though. Somebody asked her, where's her husband at? Skinny popcorn and Lisa, you like kombucha? Kombucha? Kombucha. Kombucha. I actually drink kombucha all the time. Um, thank you, Isaac. So that's great that you stuff together. That's really cool. Congratulations. Keep it going, love, and appreciate. But yeah, man, listen, but it's very simple, man. We have a simple relationship. It's very simple. I know I'm a social media person, but we don't have a social media lifestyle. I'm me. She don't come into my world. I don't come into hers. I would like her to come into my world more, but she don't really like this type of stuff. Candy asks, have you been to St. Vincent?
No, I've
No,
only been to St. Croix.
yeah, not yet. But we have traveled all over the world, though.
Oh yes.
We have been all over, we have been all over the world. We have been in 7 different countries together since we've been together. You drinking those? You drinking some now, Empress? And then you must tell us about St. Vincent. Oh, Candy, I thought you went to St. Vincent before. It's a very beautiful place, but I haven't been in a long time. I haven't been in a long time. So I have one more question, right? I wrote some questions down. What am I- Do you guys have any more questions or what? Hey, Julia. If you were single at this time, right? Let's say you were single in this time. Do you think it would be more difficult than it was 10 years ago to date or to find a partner?
Would it be more difficult?
Yeah. Do you think you would feel the same, or would
Of
you be
course, it would
scared?
be more difficult. I have more things.
Have
I
more
have
things.
more things. I have more expectations. I have more stuff going on. Like,
You mean now?
yeah, like 10 years ago, I was in my 20s. Like, What did I really have going on? Nothing. Like,
You want a career?
oh, it was just starting, really.
But do you think the time has changed when it comes to dating?
Um, I think the ways that you find people has changed a lot, and I think it's very scary to just meet some people online and then say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to meet you in person," and you don't know who you're meeting. You don't know if you're meeting the guy you or the girl you actually see on the screen, or somebody else, or if they're a little crazy, a little something, a little this, a little that.
I thought you were crazy before.
I think the way that you meet people these days, ugh, I think it's hard. There's so much options. Like
Thank you, Andrea.
so much options. Like you can just meet someone from like New Zealand, or you can meet someone from
What
anywhere.
do you think about long distance relationship? Like, would you think that that's a good idea or
I'd say for me personally, I don't like long distance relationship
why?
because if I'm in a relationship, I want to be in a relationship. I want to be I want to reach out and touch you.
Never you touch me like Jesus, huh?
Like, yeah, I want to reach out and touch you. I don't want to have to like I don't want to have to like be like, okay, let me mark my calendar for every 2 weeks, and we can meet up at this place at this time. I'm like, no, I'm free right now. You want to go to lunch, or
but
you know what I mean? Like, I gotta work early. I know you said you wanted to do dinner, and I gotta work early, so let's just go.
this is cool. Let's ride.
But when you're long distance, you can't do any of those fun things.
So
It's
maybe it's
like
just not for you.
you just that's what I said. For me, I don't think I would appreciate
Okay.
being long distance.
Somebody asks, I don't know if that's already being asked, but what attracted you to Kirk first? What attracted you to me? I don't know either. I honestly don't know this. She never tell. I think I asked this question once, and she looked at me like, so I would like to know what attracted you to me first.
I think what attracted me to you was, well, of course you're handsome,
Thank you.
but I think at the time you probably had things that I wanted for myself. You're like very confident, and I think I a little bit like lacked my confidence and stuff. And you just seem like you're a good person. And like when I talk to you, you seem nice.
Seem nice. And we bought me some chicken.
Yeah, and then you give it to Edwards
She bought me some chicken, right?
because you said to.
I do. I
You
was.
said that you were hungry,
And
and I was going to get lunch, so I thought I would be nice and bring something back. And then he gave it away.
I don't. I don't. I didn't trust women. I didn't trust anybody giving me food. You hear so much.
That's so terrible.
You know.
You said, "Oh, I'm hungry." So I was like, "Oh, well, I'm getting lunch, so it might just be nice of me to get something since I'm going to get lunch anyways."
And she brought it back and said, "Here you go." And I'm like, "You brought me something for real?" So I gave it to one of my young buddies. I didn't trust her. I mean, I didn't know her. I don't want her food. You ought to be eating from people. I don't eat from people. Listen, I'm from the Caribbean. We don't eat from everybody. And I don't know what she put in that food. So I didn't, I wasn't curious. Thank you, Julia. Um, so the next question is, what do you like most about your wife? What do I like most about you?
Oh, wow.
I think she's the coolest chick I ever met. I know as cool as corny, but that's the same thing I always tell you. I think that's one thing I like about her. She's cool. Now, my wife was not my type, right? I wasn't into this type of person.
What type of person is
I
that?
don't know, the cutesy light skinned people type. You know, them pretty little things. I wasn't really into the cute little people. You know what I mean? It wasn't my thing. It just wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing. And but so when I talk about dating somebody who's not your type, this is from personal experience. My wife was not my type, but over time I had to learn. Not that she was anything crazy or bad. I mean, I look
No,
crazy.
you said it was too thin.
Yeah, she was a little thin for me, man. She was a little thin. I was like, hey, listen, let's put some weight on. So I'm like, yeah, maybe in 2 or 3 years you might get thick. We got a baby and she still didn't get thick. I was like, God damn, this girl didn't get thick. But but I had to accept this. This was her. But so now we go to the gym. She even moved. So I'm like, well, this is her. Maybe when we hit 70 years old, you might get a little thicker. But I like that she's cool. She's calm. She don't go to that 50 to 100. I can't do that type of energy. And one of the second thing I like about her is that she let me be me completely. She let me be me completely. She don't bother me. Um, I have a lot of women clients. I talk to a lot of females. I mean, a lot of women all day, every day. You guys know she don't question that. She's not insecure. She ain't scared. She ain't who you talking to, Kirk. Who you talk? I don't have that issue. We don't have that problem. I don't have that jealousy, insecurity stuff going on in my home. So, and this is why I'm comfortable here. I'm peaceful. It's peaceful. It's peaceful. Um, so yeah, I like her because she's cool. How do you both handle meditation time with the family? Meditation? She's not the type. She's not the type. She is the type. My wife is nothing like me. We are completely opposites. We are completely opposites. I know everybody want you know, in dating and stuff, we want somebody just like us. She's nothing like me. What I like, she don't like. We like going to the movies, but she's nothing like me. We don't share the same. We don't. She's not a book reader like I am. She don't do spiritual stuff. She don't have like. What do you believe in anyway? Do you even believe in God and stuff?
Let me read that over here. Uh, I'm more of a evolutionary type of person.
She's that military intelligence that she has this logical mind, and I have a more spiritual mind, but it balances itself out. Because if I told my wife, right, if my wife, let's say she have a pain in her nose, if I tell her go outside and jump up 6 times and shake your head to fix it, would you fix it? I mean, would you do it? Would you do it? If I tell you to go outside when you have a pain in the top of your nose, and I say, Jasmine, okay, listen. So this is what you do: go outside, jump 6 times, and put your hand in your head. Would you do it?
Maybe.
She have never questioned me before. She has never questioned me. Never, never one question. Everything I tell her to do, she will do because we have that understanding. She knows what I do, so I think she trusts it. But we don't share the same things. We don't have the same. We're not the same. We are completely different. And I think it's a beautiful thing. It taught me how to actually love her just as she is. And I think that's the thing that I teach. I teach love. If you're gonna do it, do it. Be indulge in it, have fun, and when it's over, it's over. If it's ever over, right?
It's never
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, yes, it is. How important, impactful are friends and family when marrying or dating?
over. Well, that's a bad question.
Why?
Because we don't have that many friends.
Yeah, we don't. But family, we have family.
Yeah. I think, I don't know, I feel like like somebody has said before, they were private. So I know that I don't share much. Like I don't share that much with my family. So like, yeah, we like share like things that we're doing and stuff, but like I don't share like arguments and stuff. Like I don't share those kinds of things. So I don't think my family ever has a bad light shed on you.
No,
You know what I mean?
your
So
mom loved me to death.
exactly. So I think if you are putting your best foot forward, I think your family would have positive views of your relationship and stuff.
So not talking your stuff that you
Like
have going
you're
on.
not talking out your mess.
Yeah, running your mouth and telling your brother, your sister, your mother, you know what he did. We don't do that. Actually, I don't. I don't do that anyway. But I'm a man, so naturally I don't do that. I don't do that. But you don't do it either.
Oh,
Having friends that's important when married. Do you think having friends are important when you're married? I think it is.
probably.
But you don't have no friends, so it's only me. No, it's not cool. It's only me. Kirk, can we go out, Kirk? And sometimes I feel bad for her, right? Because she goes by herself everywhere. Well, with me, but when I can't go, is going to do her nails by herself or her toes by herself. And I'm like, damn, you ain't got no girlfriends or something that you want to hang out with, but she don't keep friends. But you don't think it's important though?
To have friends?
Yeah.
It probably is. I feel like it's like hard in the army to like have friends
Because you're always moving.
because you're always moving, and then like two, there's like stipulation on who you can hang out with and you cannot. So you like might meet someone that's cool, but they're not in your rank structure, so you can't really talk to them really anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you gotta find like that perfect friend. And like, the higher you go, the less people you can talk to, really.
Nah, yeah, that is true. Because they're gonna look up to you differently.
Yeah.
Miranda said, if your spouse drive you batshit, then you long distance can be a good thing. That is true. That is true.
No, I feel like when we like, man, when you go somewhere or when I go somewhere and we're not together, I feel like it's so hard. Even though we like stay on the phone all day.
No, we don't.
Yes,
No, no, we don't. You call me. I don't. I like. I gotta go. Why? Because there's nothing to talk about. Like, what you want to talk about? I don't want to. And she don't say nothing.
it's just because I miss you. So it's like, it's just like even when I have to go to like just simple places, like when I have to go to like North Carolina or like school or stuff, it makes it so hard. I just want to call you.
Yeah, every day, and you do call me every day. You do call me every day. Um, Long distance person could be living a double life. That is true. That is true. I think it's important, but at the end of the day, their family should come first. Our family is five of us now. It's a lot of people. It's always somebody in here. I dated someone who wasn't my type. Don't mesh well. I mean, I'm a water sign. I'm a water sign, Kiona. Um, to be honest, man, like I said, Kirk, your wife must be spiritual and just like you. No, I don't want that. I want somebody who is regular. Not, I'm saying regular, not that, not that. I don't like that Grand Rising King stuff. I don't really care for it. So I like, hey, what I mean? Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Um, Stacy said Kirk, she's calm and Kirk is intense. That's exactly what it is. She's very calm, and I'm the one who is, because if she married somebody like her, they would be bored. They'd be two bored people because she is very calm. It'd be two calm people. You know what I mean? Um, Hold on. Where was I? Where are you from, Kirk? Can't make out the accent. I'm from a place called St. Vincent. The questions are being asked now, Kiona. What does your wife like most about you? I think we answered that already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How important? Yeah. Wait, did I start over this question? Could have guessed that, but that's why she's so peaceful. Hold on. What is the secret to your lasting marriage? What is the secret to your lasting marriage? 8 years. What do you think the secret is to our 8 years and we still like each other? I think one of the most important things is that I like her still, and she likes me, and I think that's right there is. I think that's it's powerful. I actually like her. But what do you think is the secret to our relationship, our 8 year thingy?
Mm, I think we're friends. Like, I think us being friends.
Being friends?
Yeah.
What would you consider friends? Why would you say we are friends?
No, because it's just like you might never win, and now you never win. So like,
Sometimes.
oh, sometimes.
I think so too. I think being friends. The first person that she want to tell the news is me. When something happens, I call her or text her first, and I think it builds that relationship, man. That communication is very powerful. So I think that's the biggest thing. I think we stay communicated all day, every day. If she's at work, she texts, I text. I really don't call, but I text just to say hey. I don't want nothing at all. Hey, hey, and I get the same one back, right? Psst. And she pissed it back, and so it's just a constant communication, and I like her. Plus, I want to make sure she feels comfortable. I think one of the things I misunderstood her in the beginning because you see, like her calm thingy. See, like how calm she is. I had to learn how to deal with that because after a while, I think people begin to take a. If I'm not strong, I will take advantage of that calmness because I would assume that it means is a weakness. Because I think many people are going to look at her and think she is scared. Or think she is calm. I mean, she is. What would they assume that you are being calm, like scared and weak or something?
Um,
Yeah, maybe
I
timid.
guess, or they don't think they have like much of a backbone. Maybe I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Maybe you have no right one. But it's a big misunderstanding. I just think that she's a calm person. So I had to learn how to speak to her. I think that's one of my biggest lessons, learning how to speak to someone. Because a lot of times, a lot of you and a lot of us have had people who are calm. And when you can talk over them, when you can outspeak them, when you can out loud them, when you can, always be aggressive, I think you F it up. And you don't even know this. So I had to find a way how to, I had to speak to her in a way that she knows is not disrespectful. She knows is not loud. She knows is not threatening. She knows because that's the way how the communication will flow better. Because if I misunderstood her calm, because I don't want her to change from this. I like this. I like her calmness. Because when she gets loud, I think something is wrong, right? I think something is off. I think something is scary, and she has before. But so I had to. If this is who she is, I like to keep her just like this. So I had to adjust my tone sometimes. That took me a long time to learn. I mean, to be honest, that took me a long time to learn. But I had to learn it. I mean, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I had to learn it. As an introvert, you look very determined in some parts of your speeches. Nobody can mess with you. She's very determined. She's very, very, very determined. Um, Let me see. Are we best friends?
I guess sometimes.
I don't think so. Oh, you from St. Thomas Alley? Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. I grew up in St. Croix. How do you handle not being jealous of my female clients or my female friends or my female clients?
um, I would just say because you're transparent about it. Like you're not like hiding. You're not hiding your phone. Like I can like if someone calls, you just tell me to answer it, or like you be playing some messages out loud. Like it's not like you like you're not really like hiding anything from me. And like some of the people I met, so how can I? Why would I be jealous? I've met some of the people, so
Plus, I give you all my stuff, anyways.
yeah.
You have you have access to all my stuff.
And I met some of the people, and they were actually really nice.
Yeah, see,
So
I think I think jealousy. I think jealousy in a relationship is something is off, and sometimes you have a reason to be jealous or to question things. I don't think. I think part of our relationship is that I don't have any reason to be jealous of her stuff. She have a whole different life I don't know about when it comes to work, and I don't know who she works with. She works with all men. I'm not worried about that because the truth is, if she's gonna go, she's gonna go. I mean, I don't think I want her to go. At least not right now. But in a few
Well,
years,
remember we used to have a 5-year contract?
we good. We did, and we still do. So when we met, after we get married, I promised her 5 years. 5 years. I said, listen, because you remember I told you I wanted to be a monk, right? I was supposed to be a monk. I was supposed to go and be a monk. That was my thing. I wanted that for me. And then this little midget was born. And I was like, yeah, you set me up. And then one day she asked me, Kirk, 5 years is up. What you gonna do? I said, man, I actually like you. So I guess I'll bring the monastery to the house. Instead of me going to the monastery to be a monk, I'll bring it to the house and stay. Maybe 5 more years.
Yeah, you said, okay, 5 more.
5 more years. So we at 8 now. So 2 more years, I'm gone. I'm calm, and my husband took advantage of that. He was so loud, and yeah, because I'm telling you, um, when I think when somebody is calm, the male and female does this. Because if a man is calm, the woman will. I don't want to walk over you. I don't want to run over you. I don't want to. So you are too weak, and you are too. And people do that naturally. But we have to learn that if somebody is calm, that's a strength that many of us don't have. So I had to learn that's who she was. So the way how I approach her, again, people will still look at her because, like that person who said she seems slow or something. I don't know, right? People are gonna see things based on who they are, right? Or how they judge things or how they think. I don't know, but when I think one of my biggest thing was to make her feel comfortable into being herself, so she don't have to show something else and be something else. You know what I mean? Kathy, right? Hey, but listen, just an intro. Okay, yeah. If that's all the questions that we have, Kirk don't want us to know he's a teddy bear for his wife. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. How does Jasmine feel when you want some alone time and travel outside the country?
Well, you left me while I was in school, so
Yeah, I actually went to the Virgin Islands a month ago. Was it a month ago?
yeah, when I was doing my papers, you just told me, oh, I'm gonna go because you're too busy, so bye.
And how do you feel when I travel?
So that's fine. You call me like every 2 seconds, so
But I didn't call you that much. I mean, I called you
you call me like every 2 seconds.
like twice a day.
That's a lie. You call me like twice in like 5 hours.
But even when we were, but even when we're in Estonia, because we're living in Estonia for 2 years, we lived in Estonia, and you know, I don't know if you know where Estonia is. It's right next to Russia. I came back to the States a couple of times. I came back one time to buy a house, and then I came back another time to do something else. I don't remember what I came to do.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
remember why I came, but you came.
yeah, yeah. But so I travel. I mean, I travel alone many times, and she does too.
And I went all over. I went to Turkey and
Hmm.
Poland, and
Yeah,
we went to Finland and all these
all
places.
over, all over. People who are highly intelligent are careful with expressing themselves. You know what I like about her? She's very smart, but she has a lot of. I tell her all the time. She has a lot of useless knowledge. Just useless knowledge. I don't know. I'm like, how do you know this? Well, you don't know this? No, I don't know that. How you don't know this? How do you know that? Like, what does it do for you? But she has a lot of. I don't know what she reads or what she looks at, but she has a lot of knowledge. I just don't understand why she have it. But she's very intelligent. I think that's one thing I like about her. It's actually attractive. I asked a question.
Yes.
Did you see it or do I? Yeah, please retype it, Miranda, because I don't think I saw it. Yeah, Miranda, I don't think I saw it. You said she used to curse like a sailor. I can't even picture that. Listen, man. Chosen. Tell her how you used to curse when I met you. Yeah.
What?
Tell her how you used to curse. Tell her how you was every minute a mother ever.
Nothing. That was just the unrefined New York person.
Was that what it was?
Probably.
It was the most. Uh, why did you stop? You grew up. Yeah, man. She was a sailor. It was bad, but you can't tell no more, right? Thank you, Julia. How do you two handle conflict or arguments within your marriage? What does repair look like? How do we handle conflicts and arguments? We don't really argue that much, right? Or do we?
No, so I would say sometimes when we do, we take time away for each other, and then we come back and we say, "Okay, are you ready to apologize?"
You say that. Oh, I say
Yeah, we both say it, depending upon who thinks they were wrong.
that.
And then we ask each other if we're ready to talk about it or ready to apologize, and then we say yes or no. If we say yes, then
But we don't really
we
argue.
work it out, and then we say no, then we take more time.
What do you all want?
We're wondering if you could make us some popcorn for a movie. After you're done. After you're done.
After I'm done, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm.
Can we like come in for a second?
For what?
I don't know.
You all wait. You all wait. We're almost done.
After we're done.
But yeah, but we don't really argue that much. I think we argue about 2 or 3 times a year, right?
Yeah, it's not that much, but
Yeah, I don't
we
think we
do
argue that much.
sometimes.
But what I think one of the reasons why we don't argue that much because I don't tell her no. Do I say no to you? I don't tell her no because she don't really ask so much anyways. So I don't ever say no. And whatever she wants, she does it. She don't have to ask me permission because she's a grown woman. So she's like, Kirk, I'm going. Okay. Kirk, I'm doing. Okay. Kirk, I'm buying. Okay. Kirk. Okay. So we don't really have to argue. And when I say I'm doing something, I don't really buy much, and I don't spend much money on me. So we don't really have any arguments. We don't have any, and it's not no. She's not worried about who I talk to on the phone and who my. So I don't. We don't really argue. We don't. We don't argue with the kids. We're on the same team. That's one thing. We stay on the same team. We stay on the same team. We don't. So we don't have really. We don't really have arguments.
I think the only thing that we
Hey,
argue,
Belinda.
I think the only thing that we argue about all the time is my boring shoes.
Oh my God, just a boring shows. Like, why can't we just watch a show that we both like? You want to watch your boring shows? The shows are just boring. I think that's the only thing that I think that's just it. But Miranda, yeah, we don't really tell her if I took the F word out of my vocabulary, then I sound like an edited rap CD. How do you guys keep that spark alive? I like her. I think she likes me too. So my wife is so here's the thing about my wife. I had to learn this. My wife is not affectionate. She's not affectionate. She's weird, right? I get it. She's not affectionate at all. She's not. And for the first few years, I was like, "What is wrong with you? Are you a dude or something?" No, I never understood it. I'm like, "You a dude?" She's not. She's not affectionate. She's very awkwardly affectionate. I never knew women were like that. It took me a long time to realize. I guess it's an agenda thing. Because I would assume that it was a man thing. You know what I mean? I thought it was a man thing to be, but I'm affectionate. I'm the affectionate one. I'm the passionate one. I'm very affectionate. That's how I grew up. So when I met her, I assumed that my wife would be affectionate, but she wasn't. But that's just who she is. And what do you do about it? Nothing. You accept it or you don't. But for a long time, I'm like, it's the weirdest woman I ever met. Yeah. But then you realize some people grew up a certain way, based on how they were raised and based on the type of affection that they got as a child and the way how their father played the roles in their life or their mother or not. And that's just what they become. So it is what it is. It's not a bad or good thing. It's just a thing, you know. It is not a man thing. No, it's being logic, right, Candy? But at first, I thought that because remember, I struggled at first. You remember, she wasn't my type, so I struggled. I struggled and struggled to make sure. I'm like this woman, but she did things that I like. So I'm like, let me learn how to not judge this woman. Because I think one of the biggest issue that we have as relationship is we judge each other, and that's not supposed to be there. So that judging thing about what you're supposed to be, what you should be, who you should be a woman like this and a man like that. We don't have it. I think that's something that we removed, huh?
Wait, see this one right there.
What is her love language if she is not affectionate? What is your love language? Money, 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 money. What's your love language?
I think
You think it's time? Spending time. Yeah, I would agree. But spending time, you would assume that you would be affectionate. Spending time.
no, I don't know. I just really enjoy like our times when we are like together on the couch, like watching TV, just laying together, talking, laughing, joking. Like we just are together.
Yeah, that's it. Time. Spending time. That's what she always want to be around me. But sometimes when she brings to go to her laundry, she's going to be overly emotional. Doesn't apply to every woman. That's true, Candy. That is true. That is true. That is true. What is all? Yep. So that's it. Having kids can make affection hard at times. After having kids, hands all over you is all day. Everyone else touching you can make you want to scream. Oh, no, that's funny.
Oh yeah, I have one affectionate baby.
The little one, the little girl is very affectionate. The little one, that's the affectionate one. I think there's a mixture of both of us, but she's very affectionate to that little girl. That's the only person she's affectionate to. That little girl, not me, not the boy, not the other, just that little girl. But what is so? Well, let me ask you a question. What is the biggest lesson that you have learned being married? What is the biggest lesson? What is your biggest lesson that you have learned being married?
Mm, I think mm, maybe like probably like three things like just accepting people for who they are, commitment, like not just like easily just walking away and just giving things up, and then I would say um, just being like present in the moment, being there.
Present in the moment. Okay. Um, do you think do you think it's harder for people to get in relationships as they get older, or is it harder to be? You think for a woman to be in a relationship? What advice would you give the woman who want to be married or who wants a healthy marriage or healthy relationship? What advice would you give?
I think you just have to get to know someone and you have to like really just define what you want for your marriage to be.
What should you look? What should she look for? What characteristics would she look for? What's the most important thing to look for while finding a partner?
Depends what your priorities are, really.
What does that mean? I
Like,
don't think I can hear you.
I know I just said I think it depends what your priorities are because when you're younger, your priorities are different than when you're 30, when you're 40, when you're 50, when you're 60. So, like, when you're younger, I think when you're younger, you more look towards potential because neither one of you have anything really. So when you're younger and you're in your 20s, I think on both sides, it's based on potential. Like, do I have the potential to give you what you want? And do you have the potential to give me what I want? Do we have the potential to build something together? Right? I think that's what 20s is about. I think it's all based on potential
Okay.
because neither one of you really have anything. Now, when you get to your 30s, I think that's when it starts becoming based on like what do you have, because like at that point you should have a little something. Like you may not have like a whole lot, but you have like a good decent headway where you like either have like a good job so you're working towards getting something, or maybe you already have something and you can share it. But I think at that point that's like your first inkling of actually like basing it off of what someone has. At 40, I think you should already be well established. Like you shouldn't be trying to be still figuring it out. And definitely at like 50 and 60, that's like the game's already over.
What do you mean game's over?
Like it's the game's already over. Like you should already have what you have. Like at that point, like if you don't have it, you don't have it. If you have it, you have it. Like
A lot of people ask questions like, "Do you think it's harder to date in your 60s, 50s, 60s?
yeah,
Why? Why do you think it would be harder?"
it's that saying that we all say: you can't teach an old dog new tricks. People are already set in their ways. So like when you're in your 20s, you're you're still growing, you're still learning, you're still trying to figure out what you like, what you don't like, what's going to work for you, what's not going to work for you. I'm at 60. I've already gone through 60 years of figuring that out. So at this point, I already know what I don't like, what I do like, what's working for me and what's not working for me. So I'm not gonna be willing to change nothing at that point. You either like it or you don't. At 60, like you don't teach old dog new tricks. Like there might be a few rare instances, but at 60 you ain't teaching no old dogs new tricks. It ain't happening. It really ain't.
Oh, man.
Like that's you really ain't.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you. Someone said, Kirk, your wife is adorable. Somebody asked another question. What advice would you give people who have given up on marriage?
Um I would just say probably like just take a real look at why. Like what are the reasons that you gave up on it? And
Because
is it something that can be like I would say if you're giving up on marriage because of cheating, I wouldn't say that you should give up on marriage.
what you mean?
Like if you're giving up on marriage because your husband cheated on you.
Why not? So cheating don't stop the marriage? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean like if like if your last husband cheated on you and now you
Oh,
don't ever want to get married again
you're afraid of cheating
because you're afraid of cheating. That's what I mean.
because well, all men don't cheat.
Yeah, I think that like now there if you feel like there's like if you feel just marriage is just not really right for you as like a particular person because you're just not into sharing or being in that type of lifestyle, well that's completely different.
Do you think marriage is hard work? From your perspective, do you think is marriage hard work?
Actually, I think my job is harder than this.
Your job is harder than this.
Yeah.
So you think marriage is not as hard?
I think that like I think it's work. Like yes, you have to make time for your spouse. You have to, maybe do things that you necessarily want to do, but I'm willing to do those things because that's the person that I want. But I don't consider it hard work though. If I'm wanting to and willing to, it doesn't make it hard for me.
Just consistency. Because people say marriage is hard work. I don't think it's hard either. But then again, you're easy. You're an easy chick, man. And I'm an easy dude sometimes, right?
You say smart sometimes.
Yeah, you don't think I'm easy. Let me see. What advice would you give to a woman that who does not know if she wants a relationship?
um, I would say that she probably needs to look at what is she looking for in a relationship, and what's stopping her from being in one? Like,
What do you think is the point of a relationship? Like, what do you think is the point?
I think most of it is companionship.
Companionship?
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Like just to be around somebody
Yeah, I think we were made to be in pairs.
in pairs. What
Like
do
in
you?
pairs. Like I don't think like a person or animal or something was just made to be all alone. Like,
Something is missing.
yeah, I just feel like something would be missing. I don't think that we were just made to be all alone. Like it doesn't have anything to do with like money or procreating or anything like that. I think we're just made to have a best friend. I think we're just made to like have those connections.
I agree. What do you think in that connection, in that relationship? What do you think the man's job is, his purpose in that pair?
Um, I think. Well, I don't know. For me, I feel like you are like. Well, I always,
Kiona, that's
I
funny.
always look at you as my protector and my
Protected from what?
everything. Bugs, people.
Is it bugs? Did you read it as a bugs?
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
Like just all things. Like you saved me.
Hmm. Bugs, huh?
Like you are. Like you guide me. You're like my sounding board. You're just my person that can just
Hmm.
be me.
And what do you think your job is?
I think my job
Hey,
is
Amanda.
I think my job is the same, just not the protection part. That's not my piece. But I'm a good sounding board. I'm a good like provide you with new perspective, new ideas. I take care of you. Like I just
Is it both of us that's protectors or providers? Did you say the man is a provider or the woman is, or both?
no, we both provide. We just provide different things.
So the man is not just the provider.
No.
So the man is not the provider. Because
Yes,
that,
he
often.
is a provider, but a woman is a provider too. It's just they provide different things, the relationship.
Hmm. So so you're not looking for a provider.
Like you like a provider means so many things. So you have to I think if you want to talk about providing, you have to break it down like to the lowest level. Provider is like a broad topic. Like what are you meaning by provider? There's so many you have to break it down to the lowest level. Like, what are you talking about being provider? Are you talking about monetary? Are you talking about mentally? Are you talking about emotionally? Are you talking about like what are you talking about when you're talking about providing? Providing what?
Hmm.
You have to break it down. You can't just say provider. Because providing what? There's a lot of things you can provide.
So what if I can't provide? Because we always use money with providing that word, especially when it comes to a man. So what if a man cannot provide money? Is it still effective?
Yes.
It can be
Why wouldn't it be?
in a relationship.
Yeah.
So you will respect me if I can't afford to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks for telling me. Now I know. Let's see how long that lasts. 'Cause I ain't paying no more bills up today. Hey, Kiona, you okay? And you said you get pulled over. Yeah. Lisa said, I can see you running from bugs,
Man, I am deathly afraid.
especially in Georgia.
Even though I go to the field, I'm so still afraid.
Oh, God. That is funny, man. That is funny. Thank you, Loretta. Thank you. That is hilarious. Um, wait, so the question, did we answer the question?
Which one?
Miranda, there's some big ass bugs for real here, man. And them things are huge. Them things be just like this. And they're flying directly towards you too. The question was What the heck? Yeah. So the question was, what advice would you give to a woman who does not know if she wants a relationship? But you said that relationship, you said that you think human beings are meant to be in pairs. I actually
Yeah.
like that idea too, man. I actually like that idea.
No,
Um,
no, I'm not saying that it has to be a man and a woman pair. I'm just saying in
in
pairs.
pairs.
So whatever pair
Yeah.
is your pair,
Yeah.
is your pair. But I think they were meant to have somebody.
Why do you think it's so hard now? Like, what do you think? What is going on with us that is so hard to be in those pairs?
There's too many options.
Too many
You
options.
know when you have like 8 cakes on the table and you just can't make a
You're a
choice.
Libra, so I know for a fact you
Oh,
know
I
that.
have the hardest time, and there's too many options. There's too many options, like because you're just like always comparing. Because there's so many options, you're just always comparing every second.
But the options never stop, even when you get married, or even when you find somebody. So how do you stop?
I think you have to make like you just have to tune it out.
Do you look at guys?
I guess where I look like saying, "Oh, they're cute."
Yeah. Do you look at? Do you notice other guys?
Everyone does. Who doesn't?
Who you be looking at? Somebody asked me that. Somebody like, do men look at women? Of course. We see women all day. Like we go to the gym together. We see them. We see them women. I see them women. They be looking good too, by the way, don't they? But but yeah, but it's true. I mean,
Don't point at people.
yeah, yeah, like her. Put your hands down. God dang. She be pointing to her. Jasmine. No, they're looking at you like, what you said about me. I wasn't me. It wasn't her. I think what you said. But so you said that you think it's hard now because it's too much options.
Yeah. And there's too much options. Like there's too much ways to find people. There's too many ways to meet people. Like, when you were in your town, you met people in your town. The only way for you to meet new people was to leave your town. That's how you used to meet new people,
And go
right?
outside.
Like you had to go outside your town. Like if you lived in Columbus, Georgia or something, you had to go to Savannah to meet someone. Like you didn't just go online and go to meetpeople.com and meet 18,000 people.
Meet
Like
people.
you
Go.
like you actually had to physically move and relocate yourself. Like now you can just meet anyone anywhere. Like it's crazy.
So
How
everybody's
you
just
can
swiping left,
just
swiping right.
you can just meet, and there's so many apps.
There's so many people on the maps.
Exactly. So like, how does the option? You're right. The options never stop unless you like take them off.
Uh,
Like you literally have to like close, delete everything.
if you were single, where would you go to find a? Where would you go to meet a guy?
Like today, right
Yeah,
now,
yeah. If you were single, where would you go?
I probably would just go to the army.
Go to the army. What do you mean?
That's I probably would just meet someone in the army.
You mean a job?
Yeah.
Well, let's say you're not in the army. Let's say you have a career, right?
You asked. That's
Well,
what
yeah.
I would probably meet someone. I
Well,
probably would just meet them in the army.
well, let's say you're not in the army. Let's say you can't go to the army. I'm talking about place as in locations, not.
I don't think do people really meet people at locations
I don't
anymore?
know.
No,
Don't
I
they?
think they meet them online.
No, people meet in person. Don't you guys meet people
No,
in
I
person?
think they meet them online and then they set up a time to meet in person.
No, I don't think so. People meet
Okay.
people at the shopping store and church.
Think so?
Yeah, don't you all? Yeah, the grocery store.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sure people meet people in person still. It's just, I think people scared. I think people stop going out because they can have a computer or their phone right in front of them watching other people. So I think people stop going out. Yeah, school and stuff. Because you remember when we were young, we meet people outside in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but you knew them from like school and stuff. You already kind of knew of them.
But why do we think that nobody is good enough for us? Like, okay, so that's a okay. My last question, and then we going. Okay, My last question, and then we're going. Why is it that now nobody is good enough for anybody? Nobody, that person is, is not my level, is not my type, is not my frequency, is not my. What do you think is such a disconnect? Like, what do you think is going on? Because you're not nothing like me.
I told you I think it's all about there's too many options.
So nobody is like anybody.
Like I think because there's so many options, you just like everybody's just looking for that perfect person. But not realizing that you'll never meet that perfect person probably. Like you'll always have to give up. Like not give up, but you always have to deal with something that's not necessarily
Let me
100% what you
let
like.
me ask you a question. What are you dealing with me? I want to know what you're dealing with me. I want to know now. You open this door.
Really?
What do you deal with when it comes to me?
Really?
Because I know I'm the perfect.
Uh,
What do you deal with? I'm curious too.
I deal with your procrastination.
I don't procrastinate. Okay, maybe we shouldn't do this on camera. By the way, I don't. Wait, what else? I'm curious.
You do procrastinate a lot.
But when it comes to what? No, no, it's different. I don't procrastinate. You want things done right now. So when we think about something, she have to get it right done right now. If you think about it, she want it done right now. And me,
No, because no, this is why. Because in the family, somehow I have become the visionary. So if something comes to my mind, it's like I keep all things in this mind, like all appointments, all jobs, all duties, like everything is in this
I like
mind.
that you said that.
So if I don't do it now, the next thing is gonna come, and that last thing is gonna get wiped from my mind.
But that's why you get most of the money.
So like it's like
But also that's the difference too, right? So I know she does that. She knows the teacher's name. I don't know. I don't listen. I went to pick up Joshua from school, right? And they were like, "Who is this teacher?" I bet you would know.
yes, Miss Howland.
See, so by knowing that alone, that's why I give you my check. That's why I give you all the money because I know that you do more when it comes to those things. So I know for a fact. By the way, when we have a very what's the word I'm looking for? Untraditional marriage. Is that a word?
Why would it be?
It's untraditional. It's not traditional at all. None. It's none. No, it's non-traditional.
Oh.
Not untraditional. Either way, it's very non-traditional, right? Very, 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 very. We don't do nothing like what social media is saying, like furniture.
Really bring up furniture.
When we buy toys and furniture, who puts them together? She does, right? And that's just what it is. Do I mind? No. Kirk, you want to help me? Sure. What you want to help with? I just want to help with this one thing. Okay.
Are you guys done yet?
Did you see us come outside?
No.
Then I guess not. Anyways, folks, listen. These little people want us outside. Nobody's good enough. Hey, Carolyn, nobody's good enough because we have too much and too ungrateful. As she said, we have too many options. That is true. That is true. That is true. I said that he was late cooking dinner by being online. Your wife is a no. She's a Libra. She's a Libra. Um. Well, thank you, Merlene. Thank you, guys.
She have an independent woman put it together furniture.
Listen, she puts furniture together. She puts. I don't want to do it because I'm not handy. I'm not handy. I take forever to do them things. She does it better than me because in our relationship we don't have gender roles. That's why you see me cooking. You see me cleaning my daughter and cleaning up, and she does it too. But it's whoever sees it first. And most of the time, she saw the furniture first, so she put it together. I make sure she sees first. This is what it is. We don't have gender roles. But I make sure she get paid more for what she's doing because I know she does more than me. So I give her the money to pay the bills and I give her a little extra for her, even though she has her own check. but I make sure she gets more money than I do. I get a maybe 2 meals every 2 weeks. I pay for what a couple meals for me. I don't buy nothing. Um, so yeah. Thank you guys. We need more content from the both of you. Ali. And listen, I appreciate your time here, man. I appreciate she probably not coming back. Um, that you seem like a good couple. Thank you, John. We listen, we all right, man. We natural normal people. We're not the social media people. We really not. I come on here and I give my stuff, but I actually preach what I practice. And I practice what I preach. And I think that's why she seems she's who she is and I'm who I am. She's not the internet type. She's not the Facebook type. She's not social media type. She's not the camera type. But we make it work because it's very simple. I respect her. I think she respects me. I think the respect factor is very important for us. To respect the person she is, the quiet, calm person she is, the somebody called me intense man that I am, passionate, and we make it work because that's who she is. Kirk, you don't want your wife to be spiritual and all these stuff. No, I want her to be just like this. She leaves me alone, I leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the best things that I've learned in relationships. Let that woman be who she is. Let that man be who he is. You see what I'm saying? Like, let her be. Because when she can be just who she is, she can love me better. Because now it's my own choice, her own time, her own weird things that she has, right? And she feels comfortable being herself. She feels comfortable. She's comfortable being who she is. And then when I'm the man who I am, then somebody asked me about love language before. Her love language is time. My love language, I don't know what mine is. I think mine is what is mine?
Probably is touch.
Touch? Is it touch? Actually, it is touch. See, I'm touching you right now. And I realized in love, even in a weird relationship, right? I speak to her in my language. She speaks to me in hers. I understand her. She understands mine. I don't expect her to touch me, or me. I touch her, and she spend time with me. So it's like it's just natural. She gonna be who she is. I'm who I am. When I stop touching her, she has to. She has Kirk. What's going on? Kirk, you mad at me or something? It's not because I want her to touch me, when which I do, but it's because I touch her. So I think we have to understand that too, man. I think we got that all confused. I think relationship is very simple. I think it's a very simple thing to do. It's a very simple thing. We make, hey, where you going? I'm going. This is what I want to be. I want to have a career. I want to have this. Okay, I'm going there too. Let's walk together. And I think that's it. I really think that's all it's about. I think it's very simple. Then we team up on these kids. That's it. We team up. Them kids ain't more important than us. We team up. We team up on them little things. Because them little things will ruin your relationship. Thank you, Empress. That is so true. We need to let people be. Yeah, man. We really. Miranda said thank you. She came last week. Miranda. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Jasmine. It was nice to meet you. Your family is beautiful. Love to you all. Thank you, Kirk, for your wisdom, our spiritual big brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miranda. You all have a beautiful weekend. She probably not coming back. I could probably tell you right now. She's not probably coming back. Oh, she might actually. Because she's still here. I'm surprised she's still here. By the way, I had to pay her to come here. By the way, I had to pay her. I had to pay her for 30 minutes. I paid her. By the way, I ain't paid her yet, but I think that I ain't gonna pay her no more because I think she enjoyed it. I actually think she enjoyed it. So she might come back. Who knows? I think she liked it because she's still here. She even said, Kirk, I have to go with them kids because the kids came and she still ignored them. So yeah, you all have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful. Hey, Lily, how we doing? Have a beautiful weekend. I see you guys next week, Friday, with another guest. All right. So you all be blessed, and we see you later. Peace. Say bye. Thank you for coming up.